I'm interested because they don't really do this a ton where they put out a whole video for some patch notes unless it's some major shit. So I'm gonna check it out. See what's going on.
Hello and welcome. I'm Niklas Bamborg.
And
Oh,
I'm
hi.
Fluffy.
Let's dive into the patch notes.
Is that your name? Is that the name
So
your
first
mother
off,
gave you?
We have to thank our community for highlighting the issue we had with.
I actually hold on. I knew a guy that we would call what everybody would call him Moo or Mookin. And you know, he a big boy, you know. He liked D&D and World of Warcraft and all that. You know, you kind of you look at him and you're like, okay, yeah, he plays World of Warcraft. And he'd be like, yeah, I fucking hate World of Warcraft and I play it every day. That's what he would say. And so I don't know, he got a shirt that would just say I think it just had a cow on the back or no, not even a cow. I think he chose a minotaur. Yeah, that was like his first Sona was a minotaur. So he went and put that on the back of a shirt that said Mookin, and you know that was him. He was character, man. I miss him. I miss the boy.
Status effects applying multiple times.
Fluffy reminded me of that shit.
I guess like we call it status effect, they call it network wonk.
Yes, which it was.
So yeah, this guy was on the last major patch notes that they put out on video. Like him, and it was I think one of the director dudes that was on it. So and yo, I just noticed they almost got their dogs out. Look at that, no shoes. They must have like a what? Are they just doing this in somebody's house? And they were like, yeah, you can't wear shoes in here. You're not allowed.
To be fair.
And what the issue was that like we have a system that applies ads and like roles basically for different status effects of like should this thing be stunned or be put on fire. The client
should it
also
be?
tried to do the same thing that the host is supposed to do.
Right, so we're predicting for every client.
Okay.
So 4 times the application if you're 4 players.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on. Also
Got you. I
Like,
understand. I understand what they're saying.
Into that business, which the host didn't like, but it meant that you had slightly different experiences in like 4-player multiplayer lobbies compared to if you were alone.
Right.
So he said he would have different performance experience. Is that what he said?
In like 4-player multiplayer, which the host didn't like, but it meant that you had slightly different experiences in like 4-player multiplayer lobbies compared to if you were alone.
Right.
He just had different experiences.
So in relation to that, we're also doing some balancing changes, right?
Wait, so were they touching on that, saying that they're changing that, or were they just explaining that, hey, that's kind of why we have an issue with, like, I don't know, bugs and stuff, is because the game is calculating for 4 times the amount of things.
Yes. So we're gonna pull up some things for the solo player.
Okay, so now they're going into balancing.
Probably be like for 3 and 4 player lobbies that status effects are now applied a bit slower.
Oh, that's major. Oh, that's big. That's a lot. So you're gonna have to apply more fire damage to apply burning. You're gonna have to apply more ass spray to apply toxic or corrosive or corrode or erode or whatever the I don't know the terminology actually, but you'll actually have to put more work into that to get the benefit per more players that you have. I don't know how that's gonna work out. It depends on how much it varies, I guess.
But we buff souls for soul players. It will apply faster than before. So we kind of meet in the middle. But we have done other buffs to stun weapons to compensate anyway. But we'll get into that when we get into the details.
Yeah. Give me
so
details. I like details.
Bear with us.
Then let's get into the details.
Yes, let's go into them.
Bearing.
When you get ragdolled, some of you guys have complained that like you will lie there a little bit too long.
That's
we're
fair.
trying to make a good balance of not making it look wonk and you getting
Look wonk. Try. I love him. He's like unintentionally funny. Make it look wonk. But no, that's valid. It is a little difficult to get up sometimes, but if you fall down and you get up in a split second, it's gonna take you out of the immersion. I don't think adding that quick of a pull-up time would be worth it, and is like getting knocked down has to be a negative. If you get up so quick that you might as well have not get knocked down at all, then what's the point of getting knocked down? What's the point of having the mechanic? Getting knocked down is what happens when, too much explosive force is applied to you, or too much melee is applied. And if you don't stay down for a second, then I guess damage would be a thing, but say like diving or just falling off something, not getting damaged too much, like it still has to be realistic, and it still has to like be a negative point, because I don't know, just getting like I guess thinking about the damage, but the damage is getting hit, letting yourself get hit. Damage is the punishment, but getting knocked down, the damage is not being, or the punishment is not being able to get back up. That's what I think, now that I've actually thought about it.
up on your feet as fast as you can, and we felt we could reduce the time a little bit, so we have made it faster to stand up.
Okay.
Hopefully it makes
See,
ragdolling a more pleasant experience.
that almost feels a little too fast. I would want them to decrease it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see that again.
Have made it faster.
Yep,
to
your
stand up.
your average game. Yep.
Hopefully it makes
See that was pretty
a more
quick.
pleasant experience.
It really felt like he was just on the ground and he just like snaps his spine up just like real quick. I almost snapped my spine doing that. That was crazy.
As it should.
I shouldn't have moved like that.
Then we get into
Oh,
So-
how often?
when you get shot in the chest.
How
and you get a
often?
bleed injury. Damage
As
used to be
often
really
as is
low.
needed.
Like you can run around bleeding for over 2 minutes without doing anything. And plus, if you used boosters or armors that reduced damage, it actually rounded it down to 0.
Oh,
Yeah, because it did so little damage, it just got rounded to 0
I'm gonna have to pay attention to what the fuck he just said again.
without doing anything. And plus, if you used boosters or armors that reduced damage, it actually rounded it down to 0.
oh,
Wait, what? You telling me I've been missing out this whole time? You telling me that I haven't been choosing these things because I want to run some kind of fucking build? Because I wanna be a gaseous monster? I wanna be the walking chamber, okay? Whether it be fire or gas. But you're telling me I coulda just went ahead and done like some like damage reduction and been damn near invincible? Is that what you're saying?
Because it did so little damage, it just got rounded to 0. So
Hell
we
yeah.
increased it.
So we
Also because it should matter to
So we
stop
made it
bleeding
more.
from your chest. Like hemorrhaging should matter.
Also,
Oh, it's the hemorrhaging that wasn't doing damage, the bleeding that wasn't doing damage. I see. And then if you had a booster that reduced it, it was so low of a reduction that it rounded your bleeding or your hemorrhaging down to 0. So it made the whole mechanic pointless. So they fixed that. That's a good fix. That was something that probably wasn't caught for a while. Like, because something like limb damage and hemorrhaging is a little harder to quantify. I never really like sat down and paid attention. I would be like, oh shit, my arm's busted. Now, well, before I would even notice, it would be more like the Helldiver being like, oh, how can I save liberty with a broken arm? And so I would be like, oh, I better heal.
increases the importance of the force of law armor sets, for example.
Yes, or democracy protects.
Yeah.
Democracy
The next one
protects.
is a fun one. It's been irking us for way too long. It is when you take the boosters for like fire hell pods or the stun hell pods from the latest Warbond.
Yeah.
You didn't get the normal explosion, like the damage of a massive projectile fired from low orbit.
Interesting. See, I don't use those because I don't want to get kicked from the party. See, I think like sun pods are a little better, but especially like the fire pods, because a lot of time when you use pods, it's for getting your weapon or backpack is a lot of them, or a sentry that you want to be near you because it's protecting you. So a lot of the times when you add the extra fire bomb and the extra static shock to the drop, it hits everybody around you, and that includes everybody, the teammates and everything. So nobody uses it. I've never seen anybody use the fire bomb or the fire pod or whatever you want to call it. I do want the stun pod though. I do want to do a Tesla build. Not even with the Tesla tower. I want to be the Tesla tower. I want all my equipment to be Tesla-fied. But interesting to see that they already gotta change that.
So now you do.
So good. So that's also applied on both of them now, right?
Yes. So now is just you add on top, not replace. So now you come down with the hell pod. It's as powerful as it normally is. Plus you do fire or you do stun.
I seen that.
Next one is one of my favorites, and that is that the one true flag can now be planted in the face of your enemy.
Okay, that's nice. Let's talk about the flag. I do not like the flag, at least as a stratagem. I don't think it should be a stratagem at all. To take up a whole entire stratagem slot for a melee flag. I mean, does it have some kind of buff? Like, do all Helldivers within the vicinity of the flag get 2 inches added to their dick? Because if that's not it, I don't want it. So, what does that do specifically that make it worthy of being a stratagem? Because from what I've seen of it, not much. I didn't purchase it. I didn't try it out. So we're not going to find out. I got limited medals. I got to pick my purchases on that bitch.
Yes, literally.
I'm expecting many videos of people jumping on Bile Titans and planting the flags and showing them what true democracy actually feels.
Well, you can do that?
It was a surprising amount.
You can
of
wait.
to fix for this, but now you
How
can
do you
plant the flag in many more places and also in enemies, even when they're alive. You want that soldier running around with a flag on its back? Make it happen.
That's
Make him
awesome, but it
work
shouldn't
for
be a
you for
stratagem.
Super Earth.
Yes.
Weapon changes.
Now we get into the weapons. Let's start with the pacifier.
This weapon came out in the newest Warbond. I actually like this weapon. It's got decent damage, not the greatest damage, but it stuns. So you can slow down the horde while actually mowing down the horde at the same time. Beautiful.
We're a bit like disappointed in, I guess, like the how the stun weapons worked a little bit. It's stunned for a very short amount of time when you got the stun.
Don't decrease my
function,
damage
so
now.
You had to like continuously just shoot the thing you
Yeah,
wanted to stun.
don't decrease my damage,
so
please.
we doubled the stun duration that an enemy gets when you get over the stun threshold from 1.5 to 3 seconds. We also increased
So they doubled it.
how much stun it applies per shot.
So it'll stun them quicker, and it lasts longer. Is that just the pacifier? Is that just because they're talking about stun, like when an enemy is stunned, it'll be for 3 seconds instead of 1.5. Is that strictly to the pacifier, or is that a stun buff?
It's easier to stun enemies, and they will be stunned for longer. And we increased the magazines.
That's nice.
Dope.
So
Although I already use the armor that increases my magazine and reload speed a lot of the time, because that just seems completely reasonable and exceptional if you don't have a specific build you're going into.
So given these changes, am I now able to control more enemies by like shooting one a little, shooting the next one a little, shooting the next one a little, just to sort of build a wall of stunned enemies?
Yes.
If you aim better than I do, yeah.
Okay.
People will be able to.
I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yes. It's just
I like that these videos actually feel natural. Like they are reading off a script, but they are just sitting down next to each other talking. And so like you can tell he didn't expect him to say that. Where like other studios will put honestly more budget into the scene and like more quality into the scenery and less quality into the interaction. Like these guys probably genuinely have a good time like working.
me that's bad.
And
Got
the
good
same
energy.
Essentially goes to the pummeler. The stun
Pummeler.
duration.
See, now this is my dude's weapon. He got this boy up to like this was the first one he got up to level 10. He was like showing it off. He got that desert camo, and he's like, "Hey boy, look at my weapon. Look what I got." Now he don't sound like that. He don't sound like that at all. He looks like a Dutch boy, but no, he was so fucking hyped about this weapon. Again, hey, something about that stun. Something about that stun. It's very effective.
Is the same.
Yep. We wanted to be consistent. So it also applies stun a little bit faster. And speaking of stun, we also did it for the Blitzer. I think fewer people will know this because the Blitzer usually kills anything before it actually applies stun. It still applies a little bit faster, so it matters for big enemies.
So chargers, hulks, etc.
Yeah, if you can manage.
Okay, so it really only applies to bigger enemies, and that makes complete sense because it's a stratagem. I don't think... Or wait, no, Blitzer? Is that the shotgun? I think that might be actually the shotgun that he's talking about. If it's the stratagem, then that should be able to like take out them big boys or like the medium dudes in 1 to 2 hits.
To
Yeah.
hurt them.
Right. In the weak points.
Yes.
In the weak points. Bayonets!
Funny thing, sometimes you just
That was a complaint of mine too, was that a gun with a bayonet on it didn't automatically have like plus something to melee damage, like at least while it's equipped. So we'll see if they're gonna kind of fix that little immersion breaking thing where I got a knife on the end of my thing, but I still do the same amount of damage with a hit.
find out when you scroll through all the data. The bayonets, it did less stagger force than when you punched it with someone with a fist. So
Less
we increased
stagger.
the stagger strength.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect a whole lot of enemies, but
So I might be completely wrong about what I just said. That might be absolute bullshit. Cause I mean, is it just melee?
so
Said
we
it did
increased
less
the stagger
stagger with the
strength.
gun.
So it doesn't affect.
So
a
does it
whole lot of enemies,
do its
but,
own damage
it
as
should
well?
be- Right is right. It
Yeah.
should be like that.
So fix bayonets and
Yes.
charge the enemy.
Or your friends.
Hey, whoa now. Hey, whoa now. We don't need to be promoting any treason now. Okay. I like it. I like that it looks like he's the Helldiver in the picture. I just wanted to say that.
Depends on what kind of player you are.
The warrant. Now, this is a controversial weapon right here because it showed up in the purchasable, time-sensitive FOMO part of the microtransactions. It showed up as a weapon you could purchase with the currency that you use real money to purchase, and it was set for a limited time, so if you missed out on it, you gotta fucking wait. They cycle them through, but for now, you gotta fucking wait. And guess what? I bought that bitch because I wanted it. So I have it for sure. I think I missed the cape on that little war bond, but nah. So I don't like the fact that it's in there, and I did not put my credits where my mouth was. So we threw them credits at Arrowhead immediately.
A big change there is that it now locks onto large size enemies as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
So it goes
I didn't
for,
know it
like,
didn't do
root
that.
Commanders, bile spewers, etc. They're flagged as large.
The Urchin, I haven't unlocked this
Slight
yet.
favorite of mine.
I've been
Not many
I've been
people use
slacking.
the
I've been
Urchin.
playing so many other
Right.
things.
The sticky stun grenade.
We all know that it does. It sticks to enemies and it like continuously stuns them, but it doesn't do anything if you throw it in the face of a bile titan.
Yeah,
What?
because they're stun immune.
Yes.
Oh.
But now they will, because we also make it apply stagger to an obscene amount. So if you stick it on a bile titan, it will continuously stagger
Oh.
it. So like throw it
So
around
it's
a
not-
bit.
So it's technically not doing stun anymore, or not anymore. It's doing a ton of stun damage, or god damn it, it's doing a ton of stagger damage along with the stun, specifically so that it can affect Bile Titans, which I guess are stun resistant, which I didn't even know that. What other things are stun resistant? I'd be using my stun mortar all the time. I'd be tossing them out because it slows everything down and you can just kill them. I mean, it's nice.
Slight favorite of mine. Not many people use it, like
Yeah.
throw it around a little bit.
Incendiary, nah, I do also like the incendiary. I like running up with a fire build. I like burning them down, especially bugs, because majority of the bugs are on the ground and like to swarm, and they'll just run through all the fire. Bots, it's they spread out a little bit, so it's a little harder to get them all in one spot, unless you're trying to like train them around in a cliff edge or something. But what are they doing? What are you doing?
Incendiary grenades, both the normal one and the impact one, and we just increased for how long it puts the ground on fire.
Right.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of interesting
fantastic.
grenades
Thank
in
you.
the game,
Great.
And for the incendiary grenades to be
Now, notice this does not include the newer incendiary grenade. At least they didn't pop it in the picture. That came out with I think the Celebration War Bond. I forget what it's called exactly, but it came out with a little like spin and spark grenade that then blows up. But I don't know if it. I don't think it technically leaves fire on the ground, so it wouldn't need to be effective. I think it sends sparks out that catch the enemies on fire around it, and then it explodes. I don't think it's actually leaving fire on the ground as a mechanic. So it runs differently mechanically, so therefore even if like they would have to change how the whole grenade works for it to apply this to it. So they would never do that. That's way too much. And it's supposed to work differently.
for the incendiary grenades to be as interesting as the others. Like they should also do what they do to the best ability they can do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
As every Helldiver should.
We also have the Flame Sentry.
Flame
Being
Sentry.
immune to its own flames.
Oh my god. What do you mean it's not immune to its own flames? How do you manage that? How do you do that? What was it? Was the flamethrower pissing in the wind?
And not setting itself on fire as much.
It usually killed itself.
Which
I
isn't
don't
a good
use-
look. We want the sentries to kill you.
Look. I don't use the sentry all that much, mainly because it's got no pushback damage. It's got no like stun at all. If you use like the heavy gunner one or the autocannon or the rocket, that'll push shit out of the way. It'll be gone. It'll be across the river and against the mountain and where it was standing, all at the same time. But the flamethrower, it's got no stopping power. So when it attacks the little buggies coming towards it, they don't stop. They keep going and they just hit the bitch. And then it explodes. And that's why I don't use it.
Wait, I mean the man enemies.
Yep.
And we also lowered its cooldown from
Yeah, but there's
2.5
show
minutes
it
to
on
1 minute 40. And then
show it on bugs though. Show it on
You
bugs.
can have a lot of them.
So it's
Show
more
it
similar
with
to
more
the
than one at a
machine gun
time.
turret now then.
Yes, the machine gun turret
I just
has
don't think it's
10
very effective.
seconds shorter cooldown. So
Right.
that's 90 seconds. This
Because
will
it
be
has
100
no
seconds.
stopping power.
Okay.
But like you can never really go wrong with just adding more fire.
Hopefully a good change for everyone who loves playing those sentry builds.
The shock pod.
Hell pods. Is this what they were talking about in the beginning? About the shock pods? Like actually doing
The
something?
fire pods. We reduce some.
Or wait, no, they were talking about how it was causing there to be no actual impact damage from the pod itself, like physical impact damage. Like having it would like switch it to stun damage instead of being impact with stun on top, right? And so you just wasn't doing anything.
Values of stagger and destruction with them because now the normal health pod actually does that on top anyway. So we didn't want to do it twice.
So essentially just compensation for the change we made where the regular help damage is applied as well.
Yeah. So if you see the numbers, don't panic. Like we didn't nerf them.
Oh, I see. They did a little roundabout trick so they didn't have to go in and code extra shit into it. They just they found the difference for the damage and added that to the damage they were already doing just for that item.
We just adjusted to how it should be.
Yeah. Fire effects. Is this going to be like physical or how it burns democracy's enemies.
We allow big enemies to get lit on fire slightly faster.
I like that.
Because with the
Man, arson in video games is such a beautiful thing. We love to see it. Shout out to all our beginning mages out there with Fireball. You know, respect out to you. We that's where we started. Look where we're at. Hell yeah.
the status effect change, chargers, Bile Titans, and the Hulks get put on fire slightly faster.
Good. Things that go.
There's a value for a few enemies, like the warriors have, that we kind of just remove them
Talking about bugs.
instead of
Right, they go splooch.
yeah, they go splooch because
Okay, yeah, they do. That's true.
you do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
We've added a lot of stuff that does a lot of damage to the game. So nowadays sometimes go splooch when they shouldn't go splooch.
So they're being like collaterally splooched.
So what have we done to fix that?
We just increase the value needed.
For them to go splooch.
Yes.
Oh, that kind of okay.
I like this word, splooch.
Is that the official terminology? They need to put that on the propaganda page when you go to the Helldivers little main room when you first enter the ship, and it's got that big screen TV next to the bald bitch, and you can just watch, and it'll be like, remember, robots don't have hearts, so they can't feel, so it's okay to kill them. Don't forget to hold down the trigger, kids. Like that kind of shit.
Yes. So it's probably like it's something that we kind of forgot since we did the 60-day patch, because then like explosions, all the values went up kind of thing. So which is mainly what it was there for. So if you throw a 500 kilo bomb next to a warrior, we don't have to have a ragdoll for it. It just
So it's
That's good.
not gonna affect my gameplay much.
No.
But it's gonna look better.
yes.
Oh wow. If that's true, then that's good. Fantastic. Armor penetration. We love penetration here. It is one of our favorite mechanics. One of our favorite mechanics, penetration. Let's see what they got.
So the Scout Strider, also the armored one.
Mm-hmm.
We decreased the armor on the legs from medium to light.
Okay, so my Liberator can now penetrate the legs.
Yes.
Oh.
And not just a Liberator Penetrator.
Ooh.
There was a big difference if you played.
Interesting. So it basically made it a weak point. So they gave him an extra weak point because they're fucking annoying when you have like 7 of them all facing you.
On the bot front with medium or light armor penetration weapons, especially against the Scout Riders, because if you have a
Especially.
Liberator Penetrator, you just shoot it from the front.
I could take care of it with my primary from the front. Yeah.
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 And if you had a normal Liberator, you had to run around it, which is a big difference in
But do you still have to do that? They're saying you still have to do that, right?
just that value of a weapon.
I guess it premieres.
That really changes
all
the
of those
dynamic of
quite
going up
heavily.
against them, but you got a lot of other shit to worry about too.
Yeah.
Like these motherfuckers. Oh, they're so
That's
quick.
all for today. But
Oh,
of
that's
course
it?
You can read the full patch notes at PlayStation.com or on the Steam updates.
Okay, fair. So let's. Bro, he's got straight dreads on him. I didn't even realize. Boy's got the. Oh, okay. Wait, are those dreads or braids? They look like braids. It's so beautiful. Look. Isn't that a beautiful man right there? That's your average Helldiver. You're welcome. But hey, no, they making a lot of good changes. I like what they're doing. They explained it pretty well. I was able to grasp everything. You know, that's like the #1 important thing when you make these kind of videos, is putting these really complicated fixes where you gotta go in and change random values that nobody fucking knows about, and you gotta just explain it to the audience. Well, hey, you did good. You did good. And look at this. Look at this. This came out a day ago. 251,000 views. People still play this game. People are still paying attention to this game. And like I said at the beginning, they haven't done a video patch notes in a while. And the last time they did, they made some really, really, really big changes. I don't think these changes were as big as the last one, but they are doing good stuff. Let's see. Flame Sentry shoots fire, sets everything around itself all the time. Was not fire resistant. Yeah, exactly. That's the number one thing. The fire gun isn't resistant to fire. Well, I guess neither is the that one overloaded sickle. Well, no, it's immune to fire. You're not immune to fire. That's the point of that weapon. But hey, let me know if you still play Helldivers. Do you still play? Do you do it? I do it. Are you protecting Super Earth? Did you protect Super Earth? Cause if you did, if you did that, thank you. We made it. We saved it. And it's your fault.